Hey, Arcturus here. Today we're looking at the Rebel U-Wing Starfighter from Lego StarWars. This set comes with 4 minifigures, including Cassian Andor, Dedra Meero, an ISB tactical agent, and K2SO. It builds a nice starship with a little bit of interactivity, but it is a small set at only 594 pieces. Still fun to put together. Of course, it's Lego, so I probably don't even need to say that. But I'll go ahead and get this box out of the way, and we'll take a look at the set. We will look at the figures afterwards. One reason I picked up this set was, while I haven't seen the Andor show, I did enjoy Rogue One, which was a good movie in my opinion. And so I was like, well, you know, K2SO is pretty cool, and I like Star Wars in general, so even still. We'll take a look at the ship first, and then we'll look at the minifigures. So you build these nice 4 large engines on it, which are relatively simple. I mean, they're the standard Star Wars style, but they have this long end here, and they end, of course, in those blue lights, which is quite nice. There is some detail here on the back. Not a ton of detail because it only opens to this very tiny section, but it does have the sort of landing bay or cargo bay that opens here in the back. There are some nice red details here along the back as well, which, while not a huge detail, is a nice little extra for the back there. So it's not just gray with the white. The side profile has these nice clear sections for windows, I guess, to look out. And that does open up. There's not a ton of room in there, but there is enough room for 1 or 2 minifigures to sit in there. The other side also opens, as we'll see in a second. Putting these on was a little difficult. I did have to reassemble part of it after snapping these in place. They are just the standard ball joint, but it did not go in easily. So that's something to be aware of if you decide to pick up this set. As you can see, some of that stuff didn't quite go back perfectly. From the front, we have just this nice profile. You have these 2 modeled blasters here, and then of course you have these bolt launchers there, and then the other side is much akin to the side we just saw with that same opening here. I'm kind of surprised this is just a stack of plates with a flat top here, as opposed to a crate. This could have been easily just a crate piece instead of 2 plates and the flat plate. So I guess 3 plates total there. You may have noticed that the wings do have this ball joint here and a socket, and I presume this is something it does in the show, but they are able to open up into this sort of more traditional plane view here, which I guess makes it more of a Y than a U, but I certainly see where that a U name comes from. It's a little strange, I think, for a ship, but as I mentioned, I have not actually watched the Andor show, which is what I believe this comes from. You do get these nice little pieces here for the turbines, and those are on all 4 of the engines, which is nice. This is a little strange. I could certainly see this as a nice play feature, but other than that, I don't think most people would be making a ton of use of it. You do have this nice cockpit here. This is unfortunately a sticker piece, not the cockpit, but the piece inside, which does have this nice little opening mechanism here. You just press this part forward and it pushes the cockpit up enough that you can easily open it, which is nice. This piece is unfortunately a sticker, but there is room for a minifigure in there if you wish. Additionally, let's see if I can't balance this and adjust our camera. So additionally, we have these studs that can be launched, and you have this plate here that sticks up a little bit. I will hold my finger here, but if you press that plate, these can launch. And I'll go a little further up and launch one across the room. But it does have this nice firing mechanism, which I thought was very nice, because if you don't have them in, it looks very nice. It's not like some of them where it's very clearly the mechanism to fire. I think it's nicely put in there just to launch those. So I gotta go figure out where that other one went. Overall, it's a fun assembly for a starship. A little stranger of a starship, but it is nice. It is nice to have one that is something other than gray. There are a few stickers in the set, though not many, just a few, and they do generally make sense. You have this white and blue striping here and here, which works pretty well. You have this extra burst of yellow here, the computer, and then this yellow strip here. And I believe that's all of them. And those to me make sense to have because you have this large plate. So yeah, if you want a piece of yellow there, you have to put those on. The stripes make sense. It'd be cool if they were printed, but those kind of make sense to me. The computer, I think the computers would just do better if they just printed all of them and had a nice variety of computer pieces for all these ships. But that's just personal preference. So overall, it's a nice build. It's a little strange to put it together in my opinion. The order things go on doesn't quite make sense to me. I would have put the sidewalls on first, because when I put these on, I had to basically reassemble part of this because I knocked it out when I pushed it in. Oh, and I forgot, there's another clear section here on the front, which does this nice angle through those. Just slide that off through these pieces, which can just rotate up and down, which is nice because it lets you get this otherwise very difficult. I gotta go find that one now. I was not planning on that. It gives you a very nice angle for this front piece. Though it is a little difficult at this point to get that back in there. There we go. Probably because I'm trying to balance it for the camera. But I like this angle. It's nicely done, I think. Very simple, very nice way to do it. Okay, so we'll lower this again. So we'll start off by looking at our figures. So we have Cassian Andor here, who works pretty well. Nice smuggler style character, or spy style character. You got the nice vest with some details printed on it, as well as a leg strap there, and then some nice details there on the back as well. A nice double blaster here, very Star Wars looking. Set him off to the side. Our next one is Dedra Meero, which I think is also a very nicely done figure. White jacket, white tassels that kind of go down on the legs, and then black for the rest of the legs. Nicely done. Would be nice if there was some side printing there, but at this size of set, I don't think so. A nice hat as well with the hairpiece, which works pretty well. Does have a second face printing there, though I've opted for this first one, and of course the traditional Star Wars blaster pistol, but just a very nice Imperial style officer here for that hat. For Cassian Andor, because I did forget, he does also have a secondary face printing as well. Set him off to the side. Our next figure is the ISB Tactical Agent, who comes with riot shield and blaster rifle. I'm going to take those off for now because otherwise you can't see. But he has some very nice detailing as well with the white and black there to kind of call out some of those details. The nice black underlayer with the white armor on top. And of course the same on the back there. He also has a cap, this one with no hair and no alternate face print, which makes sense since you would see it behind the cap. But a very nice figure as well for any Imperial officer style figures. Then we have K2SO, which I think is a very nice molded set of pieces. He has a blast rifle, which I'm going to take off. You do get extra arms if you wanted to build him with both arms like this one or like this one. You do get an extra of each, which is nice. The legs remind me of the Super Battle Droids from the Clone Wars era, though the torso is definitely different. The head is built into the torso, like it's all, these two pieces are molded, and you just add the arms. So you do get some nice detail here on the front in silver, as well as a little sort of nodule there as well as the Imperial symbol here on the shoulder, which is just nicely done. And of course an attachment here, so you could attach him to something. He does fold up a little bit, but unlike some of the other droids, his head is fixed in that position. Overall, I think it's a pretty good figure. Reminds me of K2SO, it's very clearly K2SO from the Rogue One movie, which I presume is also the same in Andor. So I will have to get around to watching that at some point. But overall, a really fun set to put together. A nice Star Wars spaceship with some excellent minifigures, I think. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And that is all I have for this week. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.